pretty that is. It's such a gorgeous shade. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we have a new makeup video, but I discovered one of my new favorite products while testing out products for this video, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. It's so good. And yeah, I just kind of want to jump into this video and get started. But I would love to know down below, what products are you interested in me testing, trying out? I love to hear from you guys and hear what you guys are interested in or excited about. Even if you want a video or a makeup look or something like that, let me know down below. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this new makeup video. New makeup, let's jump right in. I'm excited. First things first, we have no new brow products. So brows are on. They're looking... I did it so fast. I did my brows so fast, and they look a little like distant relatives today. But that's all right. Let's jump right in. First things first, we have a complexion product. And I was so excited. I broke my dang kneecaps running to get this because it just sounded so incredible. This is from Caliray Beauty, and this is their Sun Drip. And this is kind of like a bronzer peptide product where it has like so many incredible ingredients in it. It has a Matrixyl 3000. It has like so many interesting and exciting ingredients in this, but it also is kind of a bronzer product, and you can just use it on the high points of your cheeks and all over your face. We're going to do it all over the face today so you can really see how it works, but I do like to use it on the high points of my cheek as well if I just kind of want it to be a true bronzer style product. So this is it. The one thing I will say about this is like, get a better shade range, because what's with one shade? It's unacceptable. Get more shades. But anyways, so this is the product right here, and it's not super runny. It feels more, it does feel like a serum, but in the sense of not one of those really liquidy serums. Like, it still feels more like a face cream or a serum type product that is a little bit thicker than the really slippy serums that you are kind of used to. And by you, I mean, I feel like just the general public. So this is the shade, and it's a really pretty shade. I do really enjoy it, but again, I just feel like brands need to come out with more shade options for everybody. Not everyone wants the same shade. We're just gonna blend it out, and I don't want to apply too much, but I do want to apply enough that you can really see it in action. Okay, bronzy drops are all blended in, and I feel like it gives just such a beautiful healthy glow to the skin without being overwhelming. It is a little bit on the warm side, so if you don't like products that are more warm, then this one probably won't be for you. Hopefully they come out with more shades, because I just think it's bananas that they only have one shade. But I do really enjoy the product. I like the way that it wears. I like the way that it makes my skin feel and look. And also throughout the day, it feels like my skin's super hydrated. I don't know, I really enjoy how this feels more like, it does feel like a makeup product, but it's a makeup feeling kind of skincare-esque product. It is really nice. I really enjoy using this, and I've been testing this out since basically the day it came out. I made sure to grab this, and I really have been enjoying it, and my skin has really been enjoying it, and I haven't had any irritation or breakout from it. So this is really nice, and it does play well with other products that I like to use every day, whether it be underneath it or on top if I put foundation on top. I really like the way that this sits. Now, I was kind of considering doing a foundation on top, but then I felt maybe that would be a little silly, because I want you to really see how it kind of sits and wears throughout the day. So I'm not going to put foundation on top, but it works well with other foundations. Now what I want to do is I want to go on with a bronzer, a little bit of bronzer. I know we're already bronzed up, but just for a little definition. So we're going on with this. This is the Westman Atelier one in the shade Truffle. I really enjoy this, and I feel like they work nicely together. So I'm just take a little bit and then kind of just bronze up the face lightly. I don't want too much bronze because I already am tanned up a bit, but just for some definition. Very lightly bronzed up the face, did a little bit down the nose. Now I'm going to take a touch of this and put it on my eyelids. And then I'm just going to take this brush here, which is clean, and just kind of blend the edges. Now we're going to move on to cheeks before we go on with the concealer. And today's new blush is this one from Lawless. This is their Soft Blur Cream Blush. And I was really excited to get my hands on this. I got the shade Starburst. And look how beautiful that is. That is just the prettiest peachy kind of apricot-y shade that just screams summer to me. Just so beautiful. So this definitely has kind of a little bit of blurring to it. And I kind of, when I saw Soft Blur, I kind of rolled my eyes because I was like, really? But it definitely, like, once you kind of blend it out, it does kind of have that feeling of kind of a soft blur to it. And it has more of a natural finish, which I do really like. Sometimes you just want a more natural finish to the cheeks as opposed to something really dewy. So I'm just going to take a bunch on the back of my hand and then apply it with a brush. I really have been enjoying, look how pretty that is. It's such a gorgeous shade. And I'm gonna take this brush here. This is what is it? A dual-ended complexion brush? Complexion Duo from e.l.f. This is really great if you want an alternative to the Heavenly Luxe No. 7 brush. This is great. And we're just gonna dip in and then take off. Just kind of on my wrist because we want to lightly blend this out because sometimes I overdo the blush at first and then I have to fix it, and I'm not in the mood to do that today. Even though this one, the pigmentation isn't too much, but still. It's just such a pretty shade. I love the way that it has more of a natural look to it as opposed to a super dewy look. Because sometimes you do want something a little bit more on the natural side. At least I do. It looks beautiful, but you still get a little bit of sheen, right? It's not like it's flat or anything. It really does have a really nice natural look. I don't know. I really enjoy the way that this wears, and I really, really like this color. I would love to know, what do you think of this color? Do you like it? So pretty. So this is how much I used. I took a little bit more and applied it to the back of my hand for the second side. Before we move on to anything else, we're going to move on with concealer, and this is the shade. I hate when the bottom with the name comes off because, like, hello, how am I supposed to know? And I feel like all of my products lately, the stickers have been coming off. They need better adhesives. But anyways, we're going on with the Tower 28 concealer, and I'm just going to apply a little bit because this is definitely a brightening shade for me. So I don't want to overdo. So we're just going to apply a touch, and we're going to blend with this brush here, which I have been loving. This is a Makeup Forever 144 brush. I'm on a kick with this one for concealer specifically. We're just gonna pat it all in. Then I'm gonna set my under eyes with a little bit of powder. This is the Amicole setting powder. I really like this one. It's the one I keep going back to because it's just so good. Now we're gonna use this About Face smoke stick, and I'm gonna take a touch of the pencil side and just lightly line my lid. Then I'm going to take the shadow side and smoke it out. I just look at the difference that makes. I love that. I just love what smoking out a lower lash line does for a makeup look. Now, before we go on with our new lip products, we're going to do a little bit of powder blush just on top to make sure the makeup stays all day. And we're going to go on with Pomelo Peach from Haus Labs. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. I've been obsessing over using this. So I'm going to take this brush here and just dip in. I really need to clean my brushes. Dab it off like a good amount on the back of my hand, and then just very lightly. Then we're going to take a touch of this highlighter from Elwise Beauty. This is the shade Brave. I really like this formula. It's so nice. Just melts into the skin in the best way, but it isn't, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes cream highlighters aren't quite as creamy as this. Look how beautiful that is. It's just such a pretty highlight. I love it. We're going to do a touch on the inner corner. Now we're moving on to the lips, and we have a new lip product, and I was so excited to get my hands on this. This is from Eadem. This is their lip softening balm, and I was so excited. They actually sent me a shade and I purchased the shade. So we got 2 shades today. And I have the shade Fig Sauce, which I do think is the one that I'm going to be like wearing for the day, but I'll try both of them on for you guys. And then I also have, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, Bisa Glaze, and they're both beautiful. So first we have Bisa Glaze, and I'm just going to, it's just this beautiful, like almost blackberry-y color. Gorge. And then we have Fig Sauce with a little bit more of a brown tone, which I feel like with the cheek is going to kind of work best, but they're both beautiful. So I'm going to try Bisa Glaze first. And this had a lot of claims that I was so unsure about, being exfoliating, softening, all of this. What I will say is it does all those things, which I don't know why I'm surprised it does all those things, because everything I've tried from Eadem, and by everything, I mean the 2 things I've tried from Eadem have all delivered exactly what, like the results I wanted. But, you know, I feel like sometimes claims you're like, okay, sure, look how pretty that is. It's just such a pretty shade. And what I like is like, it's pigmented, but not so pigmented where you're like, okay, calm down. You know what I mean? Just so pretty. What do you think of this shade? It is so pretty. Oh my goodness. This is definitely the one I've been grabbing the most lately, because it just gives you that, you just ate blackberries and you have a little bit of a stain kind of look to the lips, and it's really softening. So I have the chappiest of lips, as you know. If you don't know, I'm Manon. I have the driest lips this side of the Sahara Desert, and this smooths out all my like lip chap stuff. It kind of reminds me, the way that it smooths my lips out actually reminds me a little bit of the Fresh Their lip primer that I love and is always out of stock. Rude. This smooths my lips out in that way, where I feel like it's a similar type of exfoliant, and that kind of makes sense because the Fresh Sugar lip exfoliant, oh my gosh, if I can't get my words together, the Fresh lip exfoliant is kind of it's a BHA, AHA type product. So it's like more of a chemical exfoliant. And so it isn't like a rough exfoliant or anything like that. And it just smooths out your lips, like literally the second you put it on. And this kind of reminds me of that. The Fresh one smooths the lips out immediately. This one takes a couple of seconds and then your lips are all smoothed out and really hydrated, and it lasts really long because it isn't super thin in formula. I don't know. I really, really like this product. And out of the 2 shades, Bisa Glaze maybe is my favorite, just for when I'm like running out the door and I just have a touch of blush and like nothing on my eyes. I kind of love that one. But for when I want a little bit more of something that works with like a full makeup look, I love Fig Sauce, which is what we're going to try next. So I'm going to remove this and come back. Now we're going to go on with Fig Sauce, which is also just such a pretty shade. Oh my God, look at that. I love it. It's so pretty. It's just such a stunning shade, and this product truly exfoliates, and I want to really emphasize this because I was shocked by the end of the day when I removed my makeup. Okay, I removed my makeup and I kind of wipe my lip product off that I'm wearing. I swear it almost like sheds. My lips almost like shed if I had like a really dry lip day where maybe I wasn't paying enough attention or drinking enough water, or I wasn't like reapplying my lip balm, whatever it is. On a day where I really need exfoliating, when I remove this, I swear my skin, like my lips like shed a layer, like I'm a snake or something. And I know that feels like I'm exaggerating. I'm not. And I really, really have dry lips. So like when my lips like are chapped, it's not just like they look dry and ashy or anything like that. They just chap and crack. That's just how my lips chap in general and are dry. And oh my gosh, do you hear that? Someone is blowing a whistle outside. Anyways, I digress. And my lips like really do just, I'm like in a good spot, and like it removes any dead skin that I was having that day, which is incredible. It's just really incredible, and I really like the pigmentation it gives without being too much. I feel like it's really easy to just have in your bag, and I have both of these shades in my bag and been using them nonstop, and I really enjoy them, and I really need to re-up on them because these are products that I feel like other products want to be, that kind of have a more peptide-y feeling to them, with being peptide-y and being exfoliating. I haven't seen a lot of products like this, but the ones that I have seen, it feels like this is what they want to be, but they just haven't found a way to be her. Really, really good. I enjoy these a lot. Now we're going to move on to mascara. We have a new one, and I'm really excited about this one. This one is from the brand Sweed, and this is their Cloud Mascara, and this is their brown shade. They actually sent me this, and I was really excited. So they have a few other mascaras, and by a few, I believe they either have one or two more. This one is their Cloud Mascara. This is their newest one, and this is their brown shade, and I was intrigued because it is a plastic wand, but I feel like the shape of this is unique to a plastic wand that I haven't seen, besides maybe at some drugstore brands have, but I haven't seen a wand like this in a really long time in a plastic wand. So I'm not going to curl my lashes so you can kind of see what it looks like, but I actually really enjoy this mascara because of the way that it kind of applies and wears throughout the day. This is one coat of the brown mascara. What do you guys think? We're going to do 2 coats and a little bit on the bottom lashes. So we're going to do another coat now. Now I don't necessarily clean off this wand because I don't find that this formula requires too much cleaning off, because the wand doesn't take too much because the bristles are so shallow. It doesn't take too much product, which is really nice. This is what it looks like 2 coat wise. I have a little bit of mascara just all around my face because I did not do a good job applying it. So we're going to scratch that off once it dries. But I enjoy this mascara. It gives me a nice curl. It's not a crazy curl, but it does give me a nice curl. As you can see, I didn't curl my lashes, and it gives a nice curl. I do like the little bit of volume it gives, where it pumps it up a bit, but it's not a crazy va-va-voom lash. It gives more of a Glossier lash slick kind of vibe, which I really enjoy. And I don't know, I really like the way that this wears. Now, I will say, if you like a more intense mascara, or you want like crazy volume or crazy length, this one is not going to be for you. But if you're someone that likes a little bit more of a natural looking lash, this is definitely worth checking out. I really enjoy it, and I actually really like this brown shade. Sometimes I get brown mascaras, and my hair is a really dark color, and they're almost too light, and they look a little crazy on me. This one is a nice brown shade, so if you have really dark hair and you kind of shy away from brown mascaras because they tend to look a little bit funky on you just because you have really dark hair, this one is not too light in any way. It's really nice, and I do enjoy the way that it wears, and by the end of the day, I don't feel like it's flaking or running down my face. And I feel like the reason for that is because it doesn't have too much product in the wand. So this is one that I don't feel like I need to clean off, and I really enjoy it. And yeah, that's it for this video. That is it for this full face of new makeup. I would love to know down below, which of these products are you most intrigued by? I think you know which is my favorite, but just in case you don't know, these. I'm obsessed with these, and I really want to grab a few more shades if I can. So I'm going to either put alerts on for when they're back in stock at Sephora, or if they're out of stock at Eadem. I didn't check Eadem, their website today. If they're out of stock, I'm gonna set alerts so I can grab a couple more of these because I'm really like them. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.